네, 안녕하세요. 9월 20일 정규 방송 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 방송을 일주일 만에 켜게 되네요. 좀 최근에 다사다난한 일들이 많아서 당분간은 방송 이렇게 좀 약간 뜸하게 진행될 것 같습니다. 네, 로페님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 자, 오늘 발매된 신작 원숭이섬으로의 귀환을 플레이를 해보도록 하겠습니다. 언손실 왔었어요. 죄송합니다. 좀 더 자주 켰어야 되는데 상황이 여의치가 못해서 다 해결된 건 아니고 일단은 오늘은 켤 수 있는 상황이라서 켰고요. 아마 한두 달 정도는 더 방송이 자주 진행이 못 될 것 같아요. 중간에 또 한번 길게 자리를 또 비워야 될 일이 있어서 아무튼 한 2, 3주 이상 입원을 해야 될 일이 있는데 제가 아파서 그런 건 아니고요. 장기 기증을 좀 해야 돼서 그거 관련해가지고 좀 오랫동안 자리를 비워야 되는데 그것 때문에 이제 회사도 잠깐 쉬고 아마 그럴 것 같은데 확실히 정해진 건 아니에요. 일단 다음 주에 병원에 가서 그 적합한지를 일단 봐야 되고 적합하다고 판정이 됐을 때 그때 아마 일정을 잡아서 입원을 하게 될 것 같은데 그거는 일단 날짜가 나오면은 공지를 통해서 따로 좀 자세한 내용 뭐 궁금하실 분들이 계실지는 모르겠지만 안내를 해드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그러면 오늘은 오랜만에 게임을 좀 해보도록 하죠. 소리가 좀 큰데? 저는 건강한데 가족이 건강하질 않아서 한글이네요. 원숭이섬 시리즈가 처음이거나 기억이 흐릿하다면 스크랩북을 보세요. 오늘 의도치 않게 카페인을 하도 많이 마셔서 그런가 목이 좀 많이 건조하네요. 일단 목을 좀 축이고 무알콜 맥주님 팔로우 감사합니다. 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 무알콜 맥주라니. 저도 예전에 한번 무알콜 맥주를 한 박스 정도 사가지고 먹었었는데 저는 생각보다 취향에 맞았어요. 맛있게 먹었습니다. 그게 그때 게 하이트 거였나? 되게 그냥 약간 보리차, 탄산 보리차? 그런 느낌? 좀 더 진한 그런 느낌이었어. 자, 맥콜? 좀 설탕, 그쵸? 좀 안단 맥콜 느낌? 그래도 기본적으로 공유다 보니까 약간은 단맛이 미미하게 있는 그런 느낌. 자, 원숭이섬 요 시리즈를 아마 모르시는 분들이 많을 텐데 제가 초등학생 때 3편이 나왔어요. 초등학생 언제냐면 컴퓨터를 처음으로 샀을 때 그때가 아마 컴퓨터가 486이었나? 486이었나 586이었나 아마 그랬을 텐데 그때 3편이 나왔어요. 그 말은 1편, 2편은 훨씬 더 예전에 나왔다는 얘기죠. 3편 그 나왔을 당시에 게임 잡지에서 막 그 공략 같은 걸 이렇게 막 실어주고 그랬었는데 그때 참 재밌어 보여서 그때는 막 이렇게 막 그때 게임 부록으로 줬었나? 맞아, 부록으로 줬던 것 같은데 그때 해보질 못해가지고 지금은 하려면은 아마 정식 루트로는 아마 거의 플레이가 불가능할 거예요. 일단 내용을 한번 보죠. 여러분들도 궁금해하실 것 같으니까. 자, 그러면 원숭이섬 시리즈 어떤 시리즈인지 스크랩북을 한번 찬찬히 읽어보도록 하겠습니다.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
잠깐만. 자막이 없는데? 자막은 다 텍스트 속 중간 음성 텍스트 플러스 대화 요렇게 하면 나오겠죠? 이름은 들어봤어요. 일단 포인트 앤 클릭 어드벤처고 일종의 방탈출 같은 느낌으로 진행이 되는 그런 게임이라고 보시면 돼요. 이제 방을 탈출하는 게 아니라 퍼즐이 이제 방탈출이랑 비슷한 형식으로 이제 제가 움직일 수 있는 곳에서 이것저것 뭐 아이템이라든지 뭐 대사라든지 이런 것들을 대화라든지 이런 걸 통해 가지고 현재 막혀 있는 그 진행 상황을 풀어 나가는 그러면서 이제 이야기를 진행해 나가는 그런 게임이라고 보시면 됩니다.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
자막이 나오네요.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
주인공이 이름이 가이브러시 쓰리부드 해적 지망생.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
더 여기서 클릭을 해줘야 되는구나. 그쵸, 에이전트 A 느낌이죠.
You became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
3개의 시련을.
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
맞아. 이거 1편에서 이렇게 막 그 지도에서 이제 땅 파가지고 보물 찾고 막 그런 것도 있었어.
Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility.
요것도 1편의 내용인데 검수를 진짜 칼과 칼을 맞부딪히는 게 아니라 일종의 말싸움이죠. 욕 배틀. 누가 더 욕을 찰지게 하나. 그리고 그 상대의 욕을 어떻게 받아치나. 요런 걸로 싸움을 해나가기 때문에 상대를 이기기 위해서는 여러 가지 욕을 수집을 해야 돼. 내가 한번 당해보고 내가 이 욕을 했을 때 받아치는 사람이 있으면 그거를 기억해놨다가 상대방이 같은 욕을 했을 때 그렇게 받아치고 요런 식으로 이제 싸움에서 이기는 내용이었는데
Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion.
총독의 저택에는 개가 3마리가 있었어.
This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time.
일레인이 총독이었네요.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck.
주인공의 이제 라이벌이자 이 게임의 빌런이죠.
I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine.
한 명은 감옥에 있는 죄수고 한 명은 양손이 다 후크, 손이 없는 사람. 아마 이 여자가
I scraped together a crew.
칼라일 텐데
Otis and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine.
이 여자가 아마 저걸 거예요. 소드마스터. 원숭이섬에 있는 소드마스터. 소드마스터를 이제 이기면 동료로 맞이할 수 있었던 그런 이야기였던 것 같아요.
LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. My first ship was... Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for
식인종으로
the tourists.
보였지만 사실은 그냥 그 관광객들을 위한 쇼였죠.
LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath.
요게 아마 입이 열리면서 지하로 내려갈 수 있었을 거야.
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
아 맞아. 처음 시작하는 섬이 원숭이 섬이 아니라 멜레이 섬이었어.
I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that?
사실 주인공은 아무것도 안 했죠. 주인공이 아무것도 안 하고 일레인이 다 했는데 일레인이 결국 가이브러쉬를 되게 귀여워해서
I defeated LeChuck and he basically exploded.
일레인이 워낙에 이제 강한 여성이다 보니까 약간 가이브러쉬처럼 약간 귀여운 남자가 그 취향이었나 봐.
It was the beginning of something
그렇게 해서 두 사람은 연인이 되었죠.
By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? These are from the time I went to find the treasure
요거는
of
2편
Bigfoot.
얘기인 것 같아요. 리척의 복수라는 두 번째 작품.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps.
2편은
and
제가
I
안
stole
해봐서
his
내용을
monocle.
잘 모르겠네요.
Good times. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good time. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. The map to the treasure had been torn into
보물진호가
4
네 조각으로
pieces,
찢어졌다.
which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets.
그 네 조각을 다 모았어야 되는 게임이었나?
Elaine always seems to know when I need her. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into
요게
a
아마
statue.
3편의 내용일 텐데
Of course. That guy never gives up.
마지막에 일레인이 저주를 받아서 이 반지를 껴줬는데 이 반지에 저주가 있어가지고 끼는 사람이 황금이 되는 그런 저주였을 거예요. 요래서 황금이 된 일레인이랑 이제 배를 타고 그 3편이 시작하는 그 섬으로 아마 이 황금 일레인과 함께 난파하는 거기서부터 아마 이야기가 시작될 거야.
I got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine.
아, 요 해골도 생각난다. 요게 게임 시작할 때 이제 내 배가 계속 포격을 당하고 있는데 그게 아마 멜레이 섬일 거야. 멜레이 섬에서 멜레이 섬으로 가고 있는 도중에 계속 포격을 받는 와중에 내가 대포로 반격을 하면이었나? 아무튼 이 몸이 부서지고 이제 머리만 남은 해골이 이렇게 배에 부서진 파편을 타고 와서 대화를 할 수 있었는데 얘를 아마 막대기로 건져 올려서 그 섬까지 데리고 갈 수 있었을 거예요.
I got buried alive. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect we shouldn't have had the scumbar handle the catering. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation.
하이쿠를 왜 쓰냐?
I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do.
아몬드구나.
Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up
이게
with an
4편
Australian
얘기인가 봐.
billionaire and
4편은
tried to use a
전혀
mystical
몰라가지고.
talisman to make Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
주인공이 원숭이가 되는 저주를 받았나?
I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun
아,
doing it.
주인공이 만든 뭐 그런 건가?
LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. The death card doesn't usually represent... Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my big whoop adventure.
도둑이요?
I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
르척의 살아생전 모습인가봐.
I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing...
남은 모험을 위해 종이 더 가져오는 거 명심하기. 끝인가?
Oh, here's that voodoo doll.
자, 아무튼 이런 이야기의 게임이었고요. 요 오늘 할 원숭이 섬으로의 귀환은 2편 이후의 이야기라고 합니다. 자, 그럼 한번 시작해 보도록 하죠. 설정에서 아까 이전 이야기 설정 이걸 다 이거는 괜찮은 것 같은데 주절거림이 늘어난다? 어떡하지? 일단 해보죠. 캐주얼 모드, 하드 모드. 일단 캐주얼 모드를 먼저 하고 하드 모드는 나중에 한번 해보도록 하죠. 서장, 예상치 못한 이야기의 시작.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there. Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those. No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling. Wow.
땅을 클릭하여 걸어다니세요. 척키에게 말을 거세요.
What should we do next? We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
스커비도그 가게에 들어가세요. 가게 주인에게 물건을 달라고 한다.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
다시 안경을 놀린다.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
똑같은 대사네.
See very well, but I can hear just fine.
대사가 들어왔어.
You kids better have money.
돈이 없을 것 같은데?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money.
아래 선택지 중에서 대답을 선택하세요. 스커비더그 좀 주시겠어요?
Can we get a couple scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of egg.
은하 한 입이 없지 않을까?
That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of eight is.
Good for you.
You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
제발요.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't see that well. For all I know, you could be some really short 30-year-old guy trying to take advantage of my disability. In which case, shame on you. You should know better. And if you really are kids, then I have to tell you, I don't like kids. Don't like talking to them. Don't like listening to them. Don't like to smell them. You come
장사를 할 생각이 별로 없나 봐.
Sneeze on the food, spill stuff on the floor, and leave without buying anything. I'd rather have rats.
별로 먹고 싶지 않을 것 같다
Good
저기.
news for you then.
I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living.
소세지에 막
I don't need 50
파리가 너무
kids a day
날아다니는데?
coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
그럼 됐어요.
Yes, never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change.
동전을
in the
찾아보자.
outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
이거 파리 아니야 이거? 닭발 튀김은 얼마예요?
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
닭발 튀김 겁나 비싸네. 의족에 열쇠가 매달려 있어.
Scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
열쇠를 집어드세요.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
집어든 아이템은 인벤토리에서 확인할 수 있다. 변소
Some
열쇠.
places you go have
It unlocks the outhouse outside.
변소를 여는 열쇠. 스커비 도그 사기, 동전 찾기. 오케이. 표지판에
It
있는다.
says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
자, 어서
I
가자.
once had the hic.
화장실.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
오케이.
Good. You unlocked it.
어우, 더러운 거 봐. 조그만 금속은 뭘까?
It isn't a piece of eight, but it's a round piece of metal about the
이거
same
갖다 주면 될 거 아니?
shape as a piece of
되지
eight.
않을까?
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
떼어낸다.
Fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
눈이 나쁘다 그랬잖아. 이걸로 충분할 것 같은데? 쓰레기 냄새를 굳이 맡을 필요가 있을까요?
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
안 봐도 될 것 같고요. 척키가 좋은 생각이 있다.
I'm not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of eight.
We might have all we need. I don't think that guy can see very well.
역시 위조로 해야 되나?
Ugh, what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet.
가보자. 예전보다 인터페이스가 많이 편해졌다. 위조 동 아니 은하를 상인에게 준다.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
좋아.
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
정말 안
Legs?
먹고 싶게 생겼다.
Just kidding. Here's yours.
정말 안 먹고 싶다. 이걸 먹네.
So good. What do
애들
you
정말
wanna do
먹을 게
now?
없나
I
보다.
don't know. What do you want to do?
여기서 할 수 있는 게 있나?
I wonder where those two people we were following went.
따라가 볼까? 지붕의 연기요? 상호작용이 안 돼.
Sounds real.
In fr-
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Bill!
Ah, he's dead to the world.
장난을 친다.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
오른쪽으로 가보자.
I can stand on my head without using my. That's my friend D. Hey D.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
할 일 목록. 뭐야 왜 이렇게 많아? 장난치며 돌아다니기, 닷 구경하기, 경주에서 척키 이기기, 오리한테 먹이 주기, 스커비 도구에게 소스 더 바르기, 검술 연습하기, 네잎클로버 찾기, 소원 비는 우물에서 소원 빌기, 진짜 부모 찾기.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
오케이.
I win!
겁나 빠르네 나. 또 뭐 해야 되지? 빵을 훔친다.
Hey, hands off.
미안해요.
Excuse me,
Yes?
오리에게 먹이기에 빵 좀 얻을 수 있을까요?
could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
거참 치사하네. 한 조각만 주지.
Excuse me,
Yes?
다시 한번 저희 부모님 역할을 맡아주실 순 없나요?
can you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
무엇이 들었는지 궁금해한다.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah.
오케이.
Gotta run.
챙겼다.
How rude.
다른 거 뭐 할 수 있나? 표지판에 읽는다.
Don't
오리한테
feed
먹이
the
주지 말 것. 뭐야 이거?
duck. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
케첩? 못
You're not
참지.
gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not.
케첩을 줍는다.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
오케이. 합쳐. 아, 맛있겠다. 한 입 먹는다. 야미. 정말 싫다.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
케첩이 아니면 뭘까요?
Give it some of your bread.
빵을 검사를 먼저 해보자.
I stole it from that couple.
오케이. 오리한테 먹을 거 줬죠? 검술을 연습한다.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
디에게 검술 연습을
Do
부탁한다.
you want a sword fight with me?
I've seen you fight. Come back in a few years, maybe.
안 되나 봐. 네잎
Do not
클로버
pick the four-leaf clovers. As if.
찾는다.
Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
저는 6잎 클로버도 찾아봤어요. 거기 굉장히 뭔가 돌연변이 저게 있었나 봐. 사물이 길게 표시된다. 오, 바로 찾았어.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
I want to say 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
또 뭐가 있을까? 소원을 비는 우물이다.
I should find a coin to throw in.
동전이 있나?
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
그래? 뭔가 좀 아쉬운데?
I never thought I'd ever find one.
할 일 목록. 닷 구경하기랑 소원 비는 우물에서 소원 빌기. 닻을 먼저 구경하자. 닻이 어딨지? 아, 이거구나.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead.
똑띠.
The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but
언제까지 할
collectors
거야?
have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor,
내가 이걸 꼭 넘겨야겠니?
you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down.
내가 끝까지 다
too
들어준다
easily.
이거.
And
왠지
then it
도전 과제
doesn't
있을 것
touch well
같아.
on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it
성우
twist
부은
on the
비용도
way
있는데
down
적당히 하나
for the
말겠지.
same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean,
정말 끝이
it's like
없구나.
you made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
끝났다. 도전 과제 하나 안 주냐? 자, 뭐 남았죠 그럼? 소원 비는 우물에서 우물 아니 뭐야 소원 빌기. 근데 동전이 없어서 이거 가능한가? 소원을 비는 우물이다. 아, 여기 있다.
To throw in.
진짜 돈이잖아.
I should throw my coin in and make a wish. I should throw my coin in and make a wish.
세상에. 소원을 빌기 전 다른 소원은 어떤지 알아보기 위해 일단 게임을 저장하는 게 좋을지도 모르겠네요. 저장하려면 옵션 오케이. 저장. 오, 저장이 되게 신기하게 된다. 척키한테 수염이 있으면 좋겠어. D가 사라졌으면 좋겠어. 멋진 식물을 갖고 싶어. 스커비 도구를 하나 더 갖고 싶어. 거꾸로 말할 수 있으면 좋겠어. 여러분 어떤 소원을 원하시나요? 5개 다 쓸모 없어 보이긴 하는데. 척키한테 수염. D가 사라지는 건 좀 슬프다. 소울킴님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 거꾸로요. 거꾸로 한 표, 멋진 식물 한 표. 두 개 중에 고르도록 하겠습니다. 정말 거꾸로 언제까지 말하나 보자. 멋진 식물로 바꾸신다고요? 멋진 식물 2표로.
I wish for a cool plant.
A plant? What a waste of a wish.
아, 정말 소원을 들어주잖아 이거.
I take it back. That was the best.
옵션 화면에서 저장된 게임을 불러올 수 있습니다. 궁금하니까 다 보고 한다. 소원을
I
비는
should throw my
우물이다.
coin in and make a wish.
거꾸로 말할 수 있으면 좋겠어.
I wish we could speak backwards. Or what it
Yes, you know.
Yes. Well, that helps it. Yes, you go.
이거 그냥 감은 거겠지? 녹음한 거?
Oh man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
아쉽. 잘못 던졌나? 수염이 있으면 좋겠어.
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
좋아. 굉장히 소원 지속 시간이 짧다. 좀 더 길면 좋을 것 같은데. D가 사라졌으면 좋겠어.
I wish D would disappear.
What?
Hey, neat.
Ouch!
Hey.
좋아. 또 뭐가 있지? 스커비 도그 하나 더.
I wish for another scurvy dog.
Those things are bad for you.
Huh?
Told you so.
이야, 저 큰 거를. 자, 이제 가도록 하겠습니다. 가이브러시 아들이었니, 니가?
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs!
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did big whoop.
아, 잠깐.
Big whoop.
방금
Oh boy.
코딩 오류?
That takes me back.
I
슬래시
liked it when
N이
Chucky asked me
있었어.
to put his leg back on.
저게 줄바꿈이었나?
This isn't really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
난이도 고를
that
때도
story has a
있었어요.
great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one.
아빠가 엄청
There
노잼인가
was a
봐.
rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
이렇게 이야기가 시작되나? 아, 역시 원숭이 섬은 이렇게 시작해야지 항상. 여기가 멜레이 섬이죠. 1편도 이렇게 시작해. 카리브의 깊은 곳 멜레이 섬. 그렇지, 이 노래로 시작해야 원숭이 섬이다. 네, 이제 튜토리얼이 끝난 거죠. 이거 리마스터 버전이 있는데, 리메이크라고 해야 되나? 그 리메이크 버전은 이게 처음에 도트로 시작했다가 이렇게 갑자기 고화질로 싹 바뀌어요. 이 오프닝 화면에서. 그 연출이 대단했지. 한글 알아서 너무 좋네요. 요새는 정말 한글 게임 잘 나와줘서 너무 좋은 것 같아. 스틸라이징이요? 하려다가 좀 일정이 안 맞아서 못했었는데 나중에 한번 기회가 되면 해보도록 하겠습니다. 지금 할 게임이 너무 많이 밀려있죠. 최근 며칠 사이에 좀 약간 그 액션 게임이라고 해야 되나? 아무튼 좀 자본이 많이 들어간 게임.
Feels good to be back on
체험판만
Melee
한 3개 정도
Island, the hub
나왔죠.
of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Of course. We lookouts have a lot of discretionary
1편에서도
thinking
나왔던
time.
아저씨죠.
I use mine to revisit my memories of every Anne, Jack, and Guybrush who spent 5 seconds with me a decade ago on their way to someplace else.
Wow.
Relax, I'm just winding your anchor chain. Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
르척은 제 아내를 납치했어요.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue
팩트죠.
herself?
That's not the point.
르척은 사악한 좀비 유령 해적이자 바다의 공포예요. 이게 2편 내용인가봐.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the
아, 이거
land.
일반적인 얘기구나.
Nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag, a depraved, ruthless villain, and a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
아 맞아, 1편에서 르척이 죽고 2편에서 유령이 돼서 나왔나? 그랬던 것 같기도 하고.
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
놈은 제 좋은 생각을 다 훔쳐가요.
Guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me.
저는 저만의 항해를 떠날 거예요.
Mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to
쓸
the pirate
애기 주점.
leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee.
Scum
It'll be great to see
Bar.
those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
스컴백이라는 거에 약간 저건 것 같죠? 포스터를 읽는다.
Re-elect Governor Carla.
칼라? 칼라 저거잖아. 우리 선원이었던 친구.
I'll
르척이
talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to.
해적 도목이랑 먼저 얘기를 하자. 스컴바. 아, 쓰레기 주점.
Some things never change. The Scum Bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes.
한글화 잘했죠? 제 생각보다 더 잘 돼 있네요.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
계속 뒤로 가래. 아, 수집 카드 일반 상식 책이야.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
챙겨가자. 오케이. 쓰레기 주점의 뒤에 있는 것은 이거 어떻게 기억해? 주방 아니야, 주방? 맞췄나봐. 다 맞추면 상이 있나? 새로운 장식.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
아, 이 친구들이죠? 멤버가 좀 바뀐 것 같다? 해적 두목님들이 여기 있어야 하는데?
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders.
Get lost.
두목 자리를 바꿨다는 얘기 못 들었는데요.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
여기서 재밌는 얘기 해주던 세 아저씨들은 어디 갔죠?
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
탐험에 돈을 대달라고 부탁해야 할 사람이 당신인가요?
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition. Who is it that you think you are exactly?
난 가이브러시 3보드죠. 아마 들어봤을 것 같은데.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
정확히는 약탈이 아니지만
It's not exactly a raid.
What else would we be interested in?
난 원숭이 섬의 비밀을 찾으러 갈 겁니다.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
막대한 경제적 값어치를 가진 엄청난 보물이라고요.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick, who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out.
선원이라도 고용하게 도와주면 보답을
I
해드리겠습니다.
could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
이 기회를 놓치면 르척이 다 가져가는 거라고요.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
자, 그럼 어디로 가야 될까 이제? 함선을 얻거나 하나 찾기. 함선을 얻어야 돼. 함선 여기 하나 있잖아.
I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
구인 공고?
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck,
차별 없는
the most
고용.
fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
보다 고급의 일은 없는 겁니까?
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
2등 항에 사면 괜찮아 보이는데요? 어쩌면 그냥 쫄병도 나쁘진 않을 것 같네요.
Maybe maybe Slobby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
스미스, 존 스미스.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist, and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
아, 들킴.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
대걸레가 없어서 안 된다. 뭐야?
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
아랫거리로 향한다. 야, 여기도 오랜만이다.
Elaine?
여보.
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
당신이 이 이야기에 등장하기를 바라고 있었어. 우리가 결혼한 지 얼마나 되었더라?
Remind me how long we've been married.
Well, it still feels like the first day somehow.
괴혈병 예방 프로젝트는 잘 되고 있어?
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
당신도 메디슨 선장과 구면인 모양이네.
Sounds like we've both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of
정말
humor.
죽이 잘 맞는 부부야. 당신과 얘기만 했는데도 기분이 좀 풀렸어.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
내가 원숭이 섬에 어떻게 갈 건지 말해줘도 못 믿을걸?
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way.
이만 가봐야겠어.
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Bye.
우리 여보야는
The
바빠.
problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end. Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
안 돼.
Going out of business? This place is an institution. They're having a half-off sale.
국제 모조의 집에 들어간다.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
마지막으로 봤을 때 이후부터요? 몇 년은 됐잖아요.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles
왜
ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
왜 얘기하기 전에 내 눈치를 살짝 보는 거지?
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
위장?
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean? That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
90% 할인이야.
Too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now. But I
안대를 가져와야 되나?
could restore its abilities.
멋진 양동이.
An empty basket. I should have gotten here last month.
또 다른 멋진 양동이.
Too bad it's empty.
뭐라고 쓰여 있는
It
거지?
says everything must go, but it says it with numbers.
일반 상식 카드. 형형색색.
Green, half off. Blue, half off. Yellow, half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
태그.
The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
금고 열 수
I need
있나?
a lot of keys to open that.
키를 모아와야 되나 설마? 정말 날카로워 보인다.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog.
용서의 개구리.
No apology will do. Give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
이걸 사야겠네.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring
그런 거
yourself
같기도 하고.
or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
면허 없이 시도해서는 안
Use
된다.
with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt,
선생님 너무
hatbag,
길어요.
handbag, shoulder
대사가 너무
holster,
길어.
or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no
겁나 길어.
responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
네, 오랜날 오랜만이면 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 네, 저도 보고 싶었습니다. 뭐 더 있었나? 없는 것 같아. 가자.
They're having a half off sale.
바빴다기보다는 좀 개인적인 일이 있어서
Property foreclosed
방송을
by
하기가
order
좀
of
어려운
Madison
상황이었어요.
Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store.
아, 그쵸. 미국은 소송의 나라라서.
Oh yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle.
해적 선장들.
Well, if it isn't Frank, Fred, and Finn, how are ya?
What you be talking about, boy?
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. In a good way, I promise.
Aren't you that Guybrush Threepwood what wants to be a pirate?
And you're the pirate leaders. I was looking for you.
Aye, well, we're not the pirate leaders no more.
Former pirate leaders is what we are.
Yeah, I already met the chilling trio who took your place. And your table.
Escaped with your life, I see.
그 해적이 되고 싶던이라는 말은 뭡니까?
What did you mean, wants to be a pirate? I've been a pirate for a long time now.
You may call yourself that, but remember the 3 trials.
I remember them. I was proud to complete them. I still talk about it sometimes. Ad nauseum, Elaine says. It's Latin for something.
Be that as it may, I don't recall us being presented with evidence as to the completion of all 3. That were part of your instructions at the time.
Oh no, really?
'Tis true enough.
Listen, can this wait a little longer? I've got a lot on my to-do list right now.
Aye, it matters not. We've all of us moved on.
왜 더 이상 해적 선장 일을 안 하는 거죠?
How is it that you're not the pirate leaders anymore?
Time and democracy, boy.
A lot of our supporters be dead, drunk, dead drunk, or retired.
Our eyes be sharp and our judgments keen. But once you be labeled old school, that's all that gets seen.
The traditions of the 3 trials have become a joking matter in some quarters.
Dark times.
Aye, they even water the grog and mix it with fruit these days. Won't even strip the varnish off a deck.
전 원숭이섬의 비밀을 찾으러 여행을 떠날 겁니다.
Going on a journey to find the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret.
What a prize!
That's what I tried to tell those clowns in the bar.
They say the pirate what holds the secret can never be sunk, that the wind always fills his sails.
In the old days, we might have gone after it ourselves.
But we've got new fish to fry, so to speak.
We've sold our ship and sunk all of the cash into our next venture.
다음 모험에 대해서 말씀해 주세요. 어떤 모험을 준비하세요?
Tell me about your next venture. What is it?
'Tis a fish shop on the high street where the general store used to be.
A place for buying of fish and telling tales about the catching of fish.
We'll be open on the morrow. Be sure to stop by.
We'll give you the friend's price on the unpopular fish.
You said you don't have a ship? Where do you get your fish?
From reputable sources.
We'll give you an additional discount if you don't talk about that where people can hear you.
생선 가게랑 좀 가까운 곳에 계시지 왜 이런 구석에 계시나요?
Why'd you pick this corner instead of one closer to your fish shop?
The woman that lives above the shop location is doing a bit of haranguing today. We'll stay clear of her. Thanks very much.
다음에 뵙죠.
I'll see you around.
Seems likely.
네, 저는 건강합니다. 이 게임은 포인트 앤 클릭 어드벤처
Hey,
장르예요.
Wally?
Well, well, well. Look what the surf washed ashore.
원래 좀 풍자가 많은 게임이긴 해요.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
대걸레를 하나 찾고 있어서 말이야.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't.
주점에 있는 요리사한테 물어봐라. 아무래도 지금 가이브러시가 변장을 하고 대걸레를 들고 그 리척의 배에 선원으로 그 탑승을 해야 되는 것 같아. 원숭이섬의 비밀로 향하는 지도 같은 건 없겠지?
Happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
여기 지도가 참
There are a lot of
많군.
maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was.
네, 주인공은 해적입니다. 길 건너 상점에 문제가 생긴
Looks
것
like the shop
같던데
across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing.
흑마법이
Dark
모두를
magic
장악했다.
is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
마을이 꽤나 황폐해진 느낌이야.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations,
메디슨 선장이 악의 축이네.
they say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
친일파 같은 녀석이잖아 이 녀석. 이렇게 땅 위에 발 디디고 있는 모습을 몇 년 만에 보는 것도 좋네.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer.
돈 주는 사람이 좋은 사람이지.
For a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh.
끝났나 봐. 낡은
I
등불.
appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel
상자
very
가득
strongly about that for some
단안경.
reason. They're like glasses, only way less convenient.
상자에 든 지도를 본다.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. It's a map on a
아트북 하나
fan.
직구하셨어요?
What'll they think of next?
이 섬은 바지처럼
This must be
생겼어.
Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that.
지도 제작
Those
장비.
look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
대사 스킵이 안 된다. 북극 지도를 본다.
Ooh, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away.
바늘과 실로
What's
뒤덮인
this a
지도.
map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable.
부채 지도.
It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next?
뾰족한 지도.
That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says rating cursed black diamond.
저렴한
First
중고
rule
지도.
of piracy is never buy a used treasure map.
미로 지도.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes.
잘생긴 지도.
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
지도가 왜 이렇게 많아? 바닥에도 지도야.
Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced.
괴물로 가득한
I
지도.
try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Never seen one of those before.
미로 지도.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes.
내일 생일이라. 내일 제가 방송을 못할 수도 있으니까 미리 생일 축하드리겠습니다.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait. Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
우리는 무조건 타야겠네. 노파에게 말을 건다.
Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
옛날 잡화점이다.
The note says forced to close.
강제로 문
Thanks for
닫은.
the memories, but cash would have been better.
이상한 낙서.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
옛날
The
잡화점.
note says forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been
좁지
better.
말고 옛날 잡화점.
The note says
무조건
forced
이걸
to close.
읽는구나.
Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
추억.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
감옥을 방문한다. 감옥 오랜만이다.
Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan!
아,
Otis,
스탠이다.
old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice.
중요한 소식이 있어. 난 원숭이섬의 비밀을 찾으러 갈 거야.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very
길 건너편
conveniently
열쇠공이
across the
가게를
way.
열었다.
I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that.
이번에는 무슨 죄로 갇힌 거야?
What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
무슨 죄로 갇혔는지 못
I
들었는데.
notice you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
총독의 정원에서 꽃을 따다니 경솔한 행동인 것
Flowers from the
같은데.
governor's garden? Sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
We'll accept the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it
커스터드
my
왜
number two
맛있잖아.
priority.
Thanks.
커스터드 맛있는데.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a
A spider.
거미. 건강에 악영향이
I don't
있을 것
remember
같다.
this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
쥐다. 스탠, 중요한
It
정보.
says jail rules. 1. No escaping. It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
자물쇠를
I
살펴본다.
think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
돋보기가 필요한가? 단안경 또 있어야 되나? 스탠이랑 얘기해보자.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
뭐 때문에 체포된 건가요? 감옥에 갇히다니 안타깝네요.
Sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
당신한테서 배를 사려고 했어요.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
뭐 때문에 체포됐죠?
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People! People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
그럼 사람들에게 어떤 행동을 했다는 혐의를 받았길래 체포된 거죠?
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
그렇게 치면 수십 년 전에 이미 체포되었어야 하잖아요.
Sounds like you should have been arrested several decades ago. I mean, why now, all of a sudden?
One word, jurisdiction. I was expanding my core business, you see, trying to provide ship owners with a variety of ship maintenance necessities. Sponges, barnacle scrapers, repair manuals, rudder tape, I had a whole line of products. I expanded my distribution to other islands all over the Caribbean, and that's when I ran into trouble. Some of those islands have different laws, you see, that might not seem so fair to men like you and me. They slapped me with a ton of paper, talking about things like standards of quality and consumer protection and environmental impact. They didn't understand that I wasn't really selling porthole wipers. I was selling happiness. And my customers were happy. They were perfectly happy right up until some clown with a briefcase
진짜 말
came along
많다.
and told them they weren't. It's a crock, son, and that's why it won't stand up in court. I'll be out before you know it.
네, 돌아온 포포님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 파일 좀 묶어달라고요? 법률 업무 같은 거 해본 적 없어요?
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
제가 탈옥시켜드리면 도움이 될까요?
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
정말 안 시켜줘도 돼요?
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
다른 건 필요한 거 없나요?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing.
원숭이 섬의 비밀을 찾으러 갈 거예요.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
나중에 봐요.
See you later.
Yep.
아, 정말 말 많은 녀석이었어. 열쇠공.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi.
하이. 고상한 책.
End of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
보물지도인가?
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
플로리다였어?
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge?
is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
그런 게 가능해? 멋진 기계.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
벽보에 대해
Is
묻는다.
that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
저 뭐지?
What is that? It's definitely not a key or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course.
낚시용 미끼를 산다.
How much for the fishing lure?
It's not for sale. This is a locksmith shop. Perhaps you saw the sign outside?
앵무새에 대해 이야기한다.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
이 크래커는 무료야?
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few.
조금만 가져간다면서 다 가져갔어. 열쇠에 대해 묻는다.
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver. And please, don't touch the glass.
초상화라고
I see
말장난.
everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
자물쇠. 또 상호작용 되는 게 딱히 없군.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locksmith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
여긴 정말 깔끔하네. 대걸레 좀 빌릴 수 있을까?
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
정말 열쇠를 만들 수 있는 거야? 마술 같은데.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
1년 번호만 알아도 열쇠를 만들 수 있다니 뭔가 잘못된 것 같아.
Seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
번호만 알면 새 열쇠를 만들 수 있다니 그러면 자물쇠가 훨씬 덜 안전한 거 아니야?
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
열쇠랑 1년 번호를 동시에 잃어버리면 어떡해?
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
그러면 다른 사람의 자물쇠에서 1년 번호를 읽고 열쇠를 만들 수 있는 거 아니야?
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
네 자물쇠에 1년 번호 읽는 도구를 빌려주면 안 될까?
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
열쇠를 어떻게 만드는지 다시 알려줘. 정말 재밌더라고.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
길 건너편에서 창문을 내다본 할머니 누구야?
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the
장의사?
undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
YD 본즈에 대해 잘 알아?
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
난 원숭이섬의 비밀을 찾으러 모험을 떠날
I'm
거야.
on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
모두 한 번에 어떻게 그럴 수 있지?
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
앵무새한테 한번 줘볼까?
It already looks well fed.
그래? 일단 나가보자. 지금 가지고 있는 아이템으로 뭔가 해야 돼.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
그렇군요. 일단 갈 수 있는 데 가보자. 총독의 저택. 이런 느낌이었나?
Carla.
소드마스터.
Guybrush Threepwood.
칼이 있었구나 이 녀석.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
뭐라 그랬지? 잠깐만, 이거 말싸움이라서 내 칼맛을 볼 준비나 해라 가련한 놈아. 칼맛을 볼 준비나 해라. 뭘로 받아칠 수 있을까요? 그 맛이 과연 네 요리만 할까?
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
예전에 배 위에서 입은 상처가 아직 쓰리지 않길 바라는데.
I hope you're not still sore about that thing with the ship that one time.
Ancient history.
Oh, good.
I can think of plenty of more recent things to hold against you.
Oh.
I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
일레인 말로는 그 프로그램이 메디슨 선장 때문에 방해받고 있다던데.
Elaine said that program is being hampered by Captain Madison.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back.
그래서 마을이 이 모양이었구나.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
원숭이 섬의 비밀을 찾고
I'm
있어.
looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
저택도 많이 바뀌진 않았네.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
정부 행동에 나서.
It's a lot of work being governor.
봉지 인형을 쓰다듬는다.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
그렇군. 널판 집 끝에서.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station.
보물지도 대전집.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island.
원숭이 섬의 비밀 미포함. 끝없는 항해에 대한 이야기.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
빌려.
Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
미안.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
정보가 필요하다? 함대함 전략.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last
이거 무조건 돌려줘야 되나 봐.
never even apologized.
방금 했잖아 사과. 내 돈으로 갚아줄게.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
It's thicker than I would have imagined.
집에서도 할 수 있는
Warning,
부두술.
do not try these tricks at home.
요리 재료.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
존 레인이 자서전.
Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
병을 찔러본다. 총독의 공식 초상화.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
뭐야? 일반 상식 카드. 이런 게 있었네? 아. 아직도 더 할 얘기가 남았나?
I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
할 게 없구나. 집이나 좀 더 둘러보자.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
새로운
I've
초상화.
seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today.
그렇군. 책을 갖고 있는 게 있나? 힌트가 필요해. 일반 상식 책을 연다. 아, 진짜 해골의 이름은? 진짜 해골. 도시래? 모래이 아냐? 아! 저택 책장 이름이 붙은 책은 몇 권이나 있을까? 틀림 없어지는구나. 바비 르플레이, 메디슨, 존 레이니. 3개? 3개. 어? 아, 이거 다신 안 돌아오는 거야? 세상에. 저택 책장이 이거 말고 또 있나? 하나, 둘, 셋. 7권? 7권이야? 섬의 내부로 들어간다. 르척의 배, 총독의 저택, 숲, 선적장.
Wow, what's worse than I imagined?
쪽지는 뭐지?
The assets of this establishment have been
집단
seized to
소송으로
settle a
압류되었다.
class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
아, 스탠이다.
It says Tan's previously owned vessels.
S가
So
빠졌어.
sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships.
창문을 통해
The
엿본다.
window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
할 수 있는 게 없잖아. 개선주에 대해
There was
생각한다.
a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
맞아, 그때 참 많았어. 일반 상식 카드다. 일반 상식이 너무 일반 상식이 아닌데? 생선 가게에서 팔지 않는 것은 뭘까요? 송어. 아, 일반 상식 맞아?
It's a dried up old sea sponge.
양동이?
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
좋았던 시절
I remember
기억한다.
when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. This used to be such a bright, cheery place. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
이게 단가봐. Previously owned vessels. 어디로 가봐야 될까? 숲? 일반 상식 카드가 있는지 잘 보자. 표지판에 읽는다.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and
여기 있다.
twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
가이버스가 사람들의 주의를 돌릴 때 종종 사용하는 문구는 이거다. 머리 3개 달린 원숭이다. 요거는 기억나네요. 근데 일반 상식이 너무 많아. 여기 길 찾을 수 있나? 기억이 잘 안 나는데. 이거 저거 알아와야 될 텐데.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
지도가 없어.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6.
여기가 원래 칼라 집 아니었나?
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. Once upon a time, I won a T-shirt.
맞아,
right here on
티셔츠
front
받은
lawn.
적 있어.
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The
나 오늘
provenance
안으로
of
이
each
섬을
item has
벗어날
been
수
very
있을까?
carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Authenticity is our watchword and our pledge. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
개빡센데? 내 옛날의 지도
That
일부분
looks
아닌가?
familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
르척이 121을 납치했을 때 남긴 쪽지야.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
저장을 한번 해놓을까? 창고에 들어간다. 일단 여기 있는 거 먼저 보고. 이 친구 가짜 의족을 하고 있네요. 광재
What's
덩어리?
this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago. After an incident
아, 맞아.
20
그때
pirates escaped.
저
Hey, I did that.
맞아.
I had to keep
금속잔에다가
pouring the mug to
그러고
mug because it
담아서
was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the
밑에
scum bar
스포일러
to
주의
the
뜨는
jail.
거 봐.
Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would
저거
disguise
있으면은
him. I tried it on though,
안 들키나 봐.
and nothing happened.
이걸 얻어야 돼. 자물쇠를 조사한다.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
1년 번호인가 봐. 명패를
Eye
읽는다.
patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
약간 실마리가 보인다.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
내가 만든 포스터 같은데.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, But somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
가이브러치 지금 다 자기 얘기인데 안 믿어줘서.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous peg leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
저 노는 낯이 익은데.
Nice ore.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
다시 물어보면 뭐라고 써있는지 기억할지도 몰라.
Actually, I think I'd rather not hear about that again.
그래? 갈고리는 농담한다.
Left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on Melee.
그렇군. 이게 다야? 뭔가 도구를 써야 되나? 잠깐만. 크래커 술을 센다.
I've got enough to last me.
뭘 챙겨갈까? 열심히 먹고 있는데?
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Tell me again about the eye patch.
It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him.
아, 얘한테 먹을 걸 주고 열쇠를 따서 안대를 가져가야 되나 봐.
It's locked.
일단 그러려면 1년 번호를 찍을 만한 뭐 본뜰 만한 그런 게 있어야 돼. 잠깐.
The display case is locked.
아, 없어. 자물쇠가 일단 있어야 돼. 초가 있나? 지도가 일단 있어야 되고. 아랫거리? 칼로 뜯어요? 칼이 있나? 칼로? 그러고 보니 우리한테 칼이 있었어. 상호작용이 안 돼.
I skipped school the day they taught lockpicking.
칼로는 안 되네. 머그잔? 왜 나한테 개구리가 있는지 기억해 본다.
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog.
용서의 개구리.
I've got a few coins for incidentals.
일단 다시 가보자. 항구 아랫거리.
What's cooking?
The feast of knowledge.
근데 진짜 성우분들이 다 똑같은 성우분들인 것 같아. 목소리가 다 기억이 나. 여기 혹시 대걸레는 안 팔죠?
I don't suppose you sell mops.
I cannot guide you on matters of mops.
쓰레기 주점의 요리사?
The master is the cook at the scum bar.
그렇군. 그 능력을 이용해서 일린이 지금 어떤지 말해줄 수 있나요?
Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
올해는 드디어 이름 좀 가르쳐 주실 수 있나요?
Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
간판에 폐업한다고 적혀 있던데요.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
흑마법은 어떻게
How
돼가나요?
does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
흑마법은 강력한가요?
Dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
흑마법으로 제가 원숭이 섬에 갈 수
Dark
있을까요?
magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts.
어떻게 하면 좀 배울 수
Where can I
있을까요?
get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
안데르슨 존 레인이라는 자에 대해서 더 아는 거
Do you know
없어요?
more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum
안대가
of
필요해.
Pirate Lore
안대랑
here
대걸레만
on
있으면
LA
돼.
Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here,
안대
I
어디
could
있는지
most
알았고.
likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks.
좋아.
I'll get back to browsing the shop.
Act fast. Supplies are limited.
자, 일단 대걸레를 한번 얻어볼까? 지도도 필요할 것 같은데. 윌리,
Hey, Wally.
숲을 가로지르는 지도를 찾고 있는데.
I'm looking for a map through the forest.
What are you trying to find in the forest?
I don't know. Nothing in particular.
Then having a map won't really be any different than wandering around lost, will it?
Yeah, but I mean, well,
아, 정보를 가져와야 되는구나. 멜레이 시계는 아직 고장 중이고.
LA clock is still broken.
Yep.
그래.
I try to steer clear of sea monsters. If any clock were the exception to that rule, it would be this one.
일단 숲에서 뭘 찾을 건지를 생각을 해내고. 일반 상식 카드 아니야 이거? 아니네. 이 사람 아까 있었나? 콥?
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
룸에 대해서 말해주세요.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
그러면 왜 나한테 룸에 대해 물어봐 버튼을 안 떼어내는 거예요?
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body is fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
룸에 대해서 말해주세요. 옛 정을 좀 봐서라도.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
말해줘요.
Say it.
No.
말해줘요.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure.
옛날에 나왔던
an
작품
interface of
저
magic.
광고인가 봐.
Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today. Yes. Now get lost.
자사게임 홍보. 여기 모습은 제가 기억하는 거랑 좀 달라진 것
Things
같네요.
still seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
비밀을 찾으려고 하는데 같이
I'm
가실래요?
gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
멍청한 그림.
It's those three clowns at the back table.
타오르는 불.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe.
야, 오랜만이다. 네가 누구지? 똑같죠 뭐.
Same old, same old.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped
일레인
coming
정말 내 외상값도 갚아줬어. 대걸레 여기 있네요. 지금 이 섬에 있어요.
She's here on the island.
Well, of course, she came with you.
No, I didn't even know she'd be here.
Oh, well, tell her I say hello.
대걸레는 어디서 살 수 있을까요?
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use
대걸레가 혹시
for a
가발인가?
lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree.
적합한 나무를 찾아야 된다.
Suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
대걸레 손잡이 나무는 어떻게
How do I
찾죠?
find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it
숲에서
is
찾지 않을까?
because this is your own personal journey.
어떤 종류의 나무죠?
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for
그렇군.
yourself.
대걸레
What
머리는요?
about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but
손잡이가 제일 중요하다.
It's mostly about the handle.
정말 그냥 대걸레를 사면 안 되나요?
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
네, 만들게요.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
인상적인 보건부 증서.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. And you have a packet of stick-on stars.
주방을 떠난다. 대걸레를 감상한다. 대걸레를 갖고 은밀하게 도주한다. 우엑.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
삼패한
The
식품.
food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
친척이려나?
Looks like a mugshot.
스토브 근처에 선다.
Pleasantly scorching hot.
나무갈매기를
The
확인한다.
plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
줄을 조사한다.
I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
줄은 쓸 데가 많지. 챙겼어. 줄을 챙겼어. 우에 구더기야.
Active little guys, aren't they?
개구리. 꼬인실을 푼다.
It's hopeless.
가망이 없어?
I've got enough to last me.
딱히 할 수 있는 건 없네. 르척의 선원이 되기. 대걸레 구하기. 대걸레 만들기. 손잡이 나무 찾기. 갑판수가 날 알아봐서 채용하지 않으려 함. 자, 일단 칼로 어떻게 안 되는구나. 지도를 얻으러 가자.
Hey, Wally.
멍청한 대걸레 모양이 될 만한 나무 하나를 찾고
I'm looking
있어.
for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
대걸레 나무로 향하는 지도에 필요한 게 뭔지 다시 한번 말해줘.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
나무 조각?
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye.
대걸레를 만들 나무를 얻기 위해 필요한 게 대걸레를 위한 나무 조각이라고? 이런.
What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. This place has kind of gone downhill.
나무 조각을 어디서 구하지?
Welcome back.
Hiya.
로크
Hello
스미스.
again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
나무 조각을 어디서 얻지? 감옥.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid! How's your day go?
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away. I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
단안경 훔칠 수 없을까? 단안경을 몰래 가져간다.
Ooh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
그래?
Thanks.
민망하네. 이걸로 할 수 있나?
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I can read the serial number.
오, 읽을 수
I'll
있어.
write it down so I don't forget.
오케이. 여기는 다 지워져서 안 된다
Like
그랬지?
you're having a good time. That's nice.
Most of this serial number has been rubbed off.
여기 건 안 되나 봐. 자, 그러면은 여기 건 됐고 박물관. 자, 박물관 가서
The numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
아직도 너무 작다고? 이걸로는 아직 안 되나봐. 나무 조각을 어디서 읽지?
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
나무 조각을 얻을 만한 데가 있었나? 널빤지를 찔러본다. 수배지. 나무 조각. 노? 지금 진행된 거는 감옥에 있던 저거 하나밖에 없는데 일단 가보자. 하나 더 가져간다.
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
2개가 되는구나. 잠깐만. 열쇠장에 일단 방문해서.
Hi there.
Hello. Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
요거 주자.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
좋았어. 열쇠가 생겼다.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
구해주자.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
빈 감방.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case. I already copied the serial number.
They say the only real
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
러브스타일님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 이제 2개니까 할 수 있지 않을까? 다시 가보자. 박물관. 합친다.
If one monocle is
좋아.
good, 2 is better. Ah, crystal clear.
좋아.
I'll just write that down.
됐어. 됐다. 슬슬 풀려 나가는구만.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hiya.
미스터 브러쉬라니.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
땡큐. 이제 나무 조각만 얻으면 되는데. 얻을 만한 나무 조각이 없나?
Edgy.
봉제 인형 가져갈 수 있네? 좋아. 일반 상식 카드 또 있다. 소화불량이 있는 유령닭의 이름은? 폴리? 하나도 모르겠어. 저거 일반 상식 정답을 아시는 분이 있다면 제보를 부탁드립니다. 열쇠 만들었으니까 여기가 아니라 박물관 가야지. 좋아.
It doesn't fit.
안 맞는다고?
The display case is locked.
잠깐만, 그럼 전시함 이거 어디다 써야 돼?
This key doesn't fit.
왜 안 맞지? 이건가? 아, 이거구나. 열쇠가 남아있네.
That is a really big parrot.
야, 하나 더 먹어.
How many hands it's eaten?
오케이. 한편 저택에선
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all
뭐지 저 열쇠 킹은?
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
저택 한번 가봐야 되나? 일레인 여보. 없어졌다.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
없구만. 할게. 안대를 착용한다. 좋아.
Classic and subtle. Like me. But I don't need to be wearing this right now.
아, 지금 쓸 필요 없다고 벗어버리네. 지도.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
상패를 입는다. 동상을 비평한다.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
칼. 안 돼. 쓰레기 주죠.
Ooh, the name seems to fit even better than it used to.
잠깐, 바닥에 나뭇가지가 있어. 아, 근데 안 주워져. 여기도 아직 안 될 것 같고.
Hey, watch it. Re-elect Governor Carla.
많군. 나무 없나요, 나무?
Hi again. Those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not.
모닥불을
I could stare
응시한다.
at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
선적장 다시 가보자. 창문을 엿본다. 간판을 읽는다.
It's sad to see the shipyard like this.
스펀지를 가져간다. 이게 있었네. 스펀지.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
스펀지를 어디에 쓸 수 있을까? 일단 박물관으로 다시 가서. 뭐야? 사건 현장?
My brilliant deduction is that the museum is closed. The light's off. Looks like they're closed.
범죄 현장이라서 그런가 봐.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
지도가 없는데? 일반 상식 카드.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
지도가 없어서 안 돼.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
지도 없이는 안 돼. 윗거리.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hello.
미끼를 산다?
How much for the fishing lure?
It's not for sale. This is a locksmith shop. Perhaps you saw the sign outside?
안 되네. 아하. 스펀지를 꽉 짠다.
It's good for relieving stress. It's soft and extra fuzzy.
안 되네.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for. What's new, guys?
Not much, but be sure to come see us at the shop tomorrow.
나무 조각.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
윌리,
Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood.
나무 조각이 문제인데.
Bye.
나무 조각 비슷한 게 있나? 안 돼. 안 돼. 칼 들고 협박해. 소용이 없어.
It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. Hey, Wally. What's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
나무 조각을 어디서 구할 수 있을까? 여기 있나?
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign.
끈적거리는 병, 퀴퀴한 병, 더러운 병.
It says everything must go. But keep up the good work, buddy. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks.
매니 선반?
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy.
없다. 나무 조각 찾는 게 힘드네. 대걸레 조각을 가져올 수 있으려나? 깔끔하네죠.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
고급 양초?
Fancy.
안 돼. 대걸레를 갖고 은밀하게 도주한다.
Stay away from my mop.
대걸레 자루를 깎는다.
Stay away from my mop.
말을 건다.
You look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
그 손님이 주문한 요리를 어디서 먹어봤다고 했죠?
Where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
레시피를 가져오면 만드실 수 있나요?
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
뒤에 머리색에 달린 원숭이가 있어요.
A three-headed monkey.
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
아, 설마 저 나무 조각? 제가 방법을
I'll see what I
찾아볼게요.
can find out.
Thanks.
나무 갈매기
The
확인한다.
plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old."
안 돼. 칼로 깎을 수가 없어.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
총독의 저택으로 가야 될 것 같아. 레시피 요리 재료
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow a book?
안 된다고 하겠죠?
You never brought back the last
마지막에
book.
빌려준 책이 뭘까?
Never even apologized.
완전히
I
까먹었어.
totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
내가 빌렸던 책을 돌려줘야 될 것 같은데 일반 상식 책을 한번 줘볼까? 안 되네.
This was a good idea. They magnify stuff even better since I stuck them together.
개구리. 용서의 개구리로 사과한다.
Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book.
오케이.
I can't even explain why.
왜인지 설명은 못 하겠는데
Sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive.
이런 식으로 풀어 나가는 게임이죠.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
너무 좋아하는데? 일단 이거 빌려.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
빨리 용서해줘.
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
못 돌려줄 것 같은데 이번에도 느낌이 촉이 왔어. 이 책은 돌려줄 수 없다. 모종의 이유로. 이제 술술 풀려 나가네요. 야, 책 받아라.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no
오늘
idea
안에
which
이
one
섬을
will be,
탈출할 거야.
so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
오케이.
This will be excellent. He'll never complain again.
빨리 서빙하러 가. 오케이, 깎았다.
Ingredients indeed.
도주해볼까? 양동이 안을 들여다본다?
Yeah, it's filled with nasty-looking water.
뭐야, 대걸레를 그냥 들고 갈 수 있는데? 아,
Keep your hands off my mop.
뺏겼다. 대걸레를 갖고 도주하는 건 안 돼. 대걸레 강도 도전 과제. 오케이. 하지만 괜찮아. 나무 조각을 얻었으니까.
Guys,
Not much, but be sure to come see.
윌리, 내가 가져왔다.
Wally, here's a sample of the
그
wood you
지도
want.
좀 만들어 줄래 이제?
Make me a map
제발. 10분 뒤.
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
오케이, 가자.
I try to steer clear of sea monsters.
한 번에 좀 절로 나갈 수 있으면 좋은데 그게 안 되네. 박물관. 아, 숲이 바로 가지는구나. 지도를 읽어봅시다. 이거를 처음에 진입해서 오른쪽 555 위쪽. 오케이. 일단 오른쪽 잠깐, 여기서 위쪽으로 간 다음에 위왼 그리고 위쪽이었나? 오케이, 왔다. 분명 여기야.
Wow. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare endangered Malay
대나무자루
Island
나무.
mop handle tree.
대나무자루 나무는 뭔데?
Mind your mama, little prickly kids. It's good for relieving stress.
일단 가지 하나 꺾는다. 몇 시간 후. 나무를 몇 개나 작사를 낸 거야? 동물들 우는 거 봐. 나무 밑동을 생각해 본다.
Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for. I
동물
must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish.
네가 망쳤어.
Hey, little deer.
개웃기네. 숲을
I'll take a
떠난다.
shortcut back.
몇 시간 후. 좋아요. 이제 대걸레 자루를 가져왔으니까
Coming along nicely.
I
감탄한다.
carved it myself. Look at the mop handle I carved. I only needed one tree to make it.
You found the tree. Oh, good thing you only
가지
took
하나만
one
꺾고 와서
branch.
다행이다.
It's the last
하지만
crop
우리는
tree on the
나무를
island.
작살내 버렸죠?
Very, very rare. Brilliant innovation. Oops. Oh, well, probably fine. So much to
아니,
do.
이게 다야?
I made a mop.
오케이, 됐다. 대걸레가 됐다.
It's a single perfect instrument that I will keep and use for a lifetime.
Oops. Oh, well, probably
좋았어.
fine.
이제 리척한테 가자.
Threepwood, are you trying to fool me by wearing an eye patch? That is the worst disguise I've ever seen.
No, of course not. Just having a little eye trouble. Blepharospasm.
Oh, try some cashews. You might be short on magnesium. Or wits.
Darn, I thought this thing was supposed to be magic.
아 맞아.
I must have forgotten something.
부두술 받으러 가야
Better
돼.
take off this eye patch first.
맞아. 부두술 받는 거 깜빡했어. 부두술.
What's cooking?
존 레이니 안대를 좀 충전해 줄 수 있나요?
Can you charge John Laney's eye patch up for me?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away. One moment. Come, spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Oh, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Yeah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
John Laney was especially known for impersonating monsters
확실하구만,
of
효과.
various types.
You failed to mention that earlier.
It's not a strong part of the sales pitch.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
I think I'm ready to set sail.
좋아. 모든 준비가 완료됐다.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that.
이걸로 볼 수 있지 않을까?
Scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here.
아 그래? 자 이제 다시 승선하러 갑시다.
Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay.
대걸레.
How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick, blobby, spongy part. Good enough. You're hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and
아 드디어 이 섬을 떠난다. 멜리의 섬 떠나는 게 진짜 힘들다.
When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
한편 쓰레기 주점에선
Threepwood's on the Chuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.
드디어 출발이다. 재밌다 게임. 역시 원숭이 섬이야. 이부 와 위험한 여정.
So once you were on LeChuck's ship, you turned the tables on them. You whipped out your sword and said, "I'm your captain now. Take me to Monkey Island, or you'll all walk the plank."
More or less.
The name's Gullet, but you're not to call me that. To you, I'm the first swab, and I want to hear the capital letters when you say it.
Capital One. Got it.
And this is the old. You'll be spending a lot of time down here.
I thought we'd have a union or something. How much time is a lot of time?
All of it. You work here, you sleep here, you take your meals here. Forget the world you knew before. This hold is your world. The hull is your ground. The deck is your sky. And I am your deity of choice. A cruel and vengeful deity. I only have one simple rule. You are not to leave this hold under any circumstances. Any questions?
짐칸에서 나가도 되나요?
Can I leave the hold?
No!
나가면 어떻게 되죠?
What happens if I leave?
I said you're not to leave under any circumstances.
Well, I know, just hypothetically. What if I did?
The worst punishment you can imagine.
Which is?
I throw you back down here. Nothing's worse than this.
제 침대는요?
Where's my bunk?
You might be all right inside one of the crates. Otherwise, be sure to cover your eyes. The chickens like to peck. But it's probably safest if you don't sleep at all. The chickens have their ways.
오늘 저녁은 뭐죠?
What's for dinner?
Oh, we'd like a bit of dinner, would we? Well, perhaps we can arrange a bit of roast duck under glass for your majesty. But seriously, learn to catch rats. You can drown them in your mop bucket. They make their own sauce.
만약에 제가 그러니까
What if I need to, you know.
Use the portal. Don't get anything on the ledge outside, though. I hate an unsightly ledge.
제가 정확히 해야 하는 일이 뭐죠?
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
New recruits. You're all thicker than the chickens.
Is that the whole answer?
You're supposed to be swabbing. I want this whole sparkling, as if it was clean. Now, get to work.
Yo-ho, pirate's life for me.
갑판수가 준 팜플렛이야. 기름 냄새를 맡는다. 일을 시작한다. 그렇군요. 팜플렛을 얻고
It's an inspirational instructional pamphlet that I'm supposed to carry around and read.
가져가. 탑승하라 우리 함선의 신입선언 팜플렛. 모든 저작권은 르척에게 있습니다. 동기부여를 받아라. 르척의 지휘를 따라라. 신뢰를 배신하라. 성질을 부려라. 거짓말을 해라. 환대의 선 넘을 때까지 머물러라. 위증하라. 사랑받는 이들을 파괴하라. 아름다운 이들을 파괴하라. 육체적 위협을 가하라. 육체적 위해를 가하라. 가로막는 자는 전부 죽여라. 르척의 방식에서 발췌. 일하라. 잘리지 마라. 르함은 승선불가 마법이 걸려서 선원 외엔 탈 수 없다. 너는 탈 수 있다. 그러니 걱정 마라. 잘리지만 않으면 된다. 잘리고 나면 걱정하라. 그래요.
No way am I picking that up with my hands.
건져낼 만한 게 있나? 건져낼 만한 걸 찾아야 되나 봐.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Aw.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Come on. I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset.
You missed a spot.
Is that your
계속 줄 건가 봐.
catchphrase or something?
괴짝을 걸레질한다. 이게 무슨 의미가 있지? 이걸 다시 기름을 묻히고
Oi, you missed a spot.
Seriously, get some new dialogue.
아무데나 묻혀
You
이제.
missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
창문을 걸레질한다. 엉망으로 만들어버려.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
귀신닭을 걸레질한다.
Close enough.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts. I'll let that one alone. She's got an egg.
그런.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
더 이상 걸레질을 할 수 없을 때까지 기름투성이로 만들면 되나보다.
missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
바닥을 걸레질한다. 슈퍼 졸병.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts. I'll let that one alone. She's got an egg.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
얼마나 더 해야 되는 거지?
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
아, 소용이 없네. 더 할 수 있는 곳이 No need help. No thank you. 가판으로 올라간다.
Going somewhere, swabby? You haven't cleaned up that mess. Get back to mobbing.
I'm feeling just the slightest twinge of regret about the choices I've made up to this point.
걸레질.
I'll let that one alone.
얘는 영영
She's
안
got an
되나
egg.
봐.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
가방에 뭐가 있을까? 아, 크래커로
I
진정.
think that only works on parrots.
앵무새한테나 먹힐 것 같다.
I think that only works on parrots. Close enough.
이 이상은 안 되는 것 같은데? 벗는다.
Better leave it on while I'm on the ship.
동기부여 팜플렛.
I'll let that one alone. She's got an egg.
Oi,
기름
you missed a
냄새를
spot.
맡아볼까?
Oh, nuts. I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset.
창문을 통해 쥐어짜기.
The grease helps. A little. The grease helps. A little.
창문을 다시 걸레질. 오, 더 되잖아.
Almost.
좋아, 한 번만 더.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
오,
I've got a good feeling about this, but I won't fit through with the mop.
좋아.
It's working.
탈출했다.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be more useful for fishing than stopping.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And so, having slaughtered them to a man, I claimed my prize. Feast your eyes on this, me hearties, the one and only map showing the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. The map will be kept in my cabin. No one is to touch it or disturb it in any way.
대놓고 가져가라는 거죠?
Before we can follow the map, obviously we must make our way to Monkey Island itself. Let's have the potion report.
Wait, there's a potion?
You don't remember that from my other story? To get to Monkey Island, You have to brew a special potion.
하지만 아빠랑 르척 둘 다 벌써 원숭이섬에 가봤잖아요.
But you and LeChuck had both been there before. Why couldn't you just sail there?
It doesn't work like that. You have to make the potion every time.
그 물량은 어떤 원리죠?
How does the potion work?
I don't know. Nobody does. It's magic. It just helps you find Monkey Island.
뭐가 들어가나요?
What's in it?
Oh, let's see. It's got squid ink,
오징어
monkey
먹물이랑
blood,
원숭이 피,
and a pressed skull. I definitely
납작해진
remember
해골.
that. Also, cinnamon, mint, and brimstone, and some coloring and preservatives. Oh, and a live chicken. But listen, you shouldn't worry about this yet. Wait till you're 12 or so.
네, 알 것 같아요.
I think I got it.
The potion is nearly finished, Captain. All that's left is one flattened skull, and we'll be ready to cook it.
Excellent. You there, in the back. New guy.
Me?
You look familiar somehow.
그런 말 자주 듣습니다.
I get that a lot. I have a common sort of face.
I suppose everyone looks the same with the skin peeled off. Well, no matter. Go and get us a skull. A flat one. Any questions?
왜 해골이 필요합니까?
Why does it have to be a flat skull?
Because the recipe says so.
왜 납작한 해골이어야
Why does
하죠?
it have to be a flat skull?
Because the recipe says so.
해골은 어디서 찾으면 되겠습니까?
Where should I look for a skull?
That's your problem.
급여 좀 올려주시면 안 될까요?
Can I have a raise?
Sure. Straight into the rigging, where you'll hang by your ankles for the next few years.
Got it? Never mind.
Yeah, you get used to it.
찾아보겠습니다.
Okay, I'm on it. One skull. Flat.
Be quick about it then. Meeting adjourned.
좋아요. 해골을 이제 찾아야 되네요.
Then I'll see about getting my hands on that map.
자, 오늘은 여기까지. 스포일러는 안 돼요. 자, 오늘 방송은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 늦은 시간까지 함께 해주셔서 감사합니다. 내일은 조금 가급적이면 일찍 켜서 이 챕터도 마무리를 하고 좀 더 진행을 해볼 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 오늘 밤도 다들 좋은 꿈 꾸시고 저는 다음 시간에 다시 돌아오도록 할게요. 다들 편안한 밤 되세요. 다음 시간에 만나요. 안녕.